Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. I've been toying with the idea of creating a new character to test out. I was about to say the new content, but not really the new content, but the new changes that have been made to the content. Also, I did a bit of house cleaning in my characters. There's quite a whole bunch of characters that I basically removed from my rosters. Although I did recreate a few of them. Basically, I want to replay the game from the very start with brand new characters in order to be able to test out the new changes that were made to the game. So there's a whole bunch of characters that I had that were like level 7 or level 10 that I got rid of so that I could restart them at level 1 and essentially test out the water for all the new changes we had. Speaking of water, I was toying with the idea of waiting for the water power before doing that, but it's only towards the end of the month. So let's get started right now. I hesitated between creating a Firestorm character, but I decided to recreate my Supergirl. Basically, I deleted the Supergirl character I already had, recreated her, and let's see how she performs under the new changes in this universe online.
The hack worked. I'm in and you're awake and free. Okay, I'm Oracle and we are gonna get you off this ship. Look for a doorway out.
Also, it's going to give me a chance to look at the leveling process and how it works nowadays. So as you can see, with your weapon, you start with only one skill point in weapon, which is pretty much the same it was before. I assume these will only be available at level 10, although there's nothing really telling me that. Once we gain a first skill point, we'll test it out. And for the powers, basically the way things work now is that instead of getting power points and then assigning those points, it gets done for you automatically as you level up. So as you can see, at level 1 we start with Snowball, level 3 we're going to gain Frost Slam, level 5 Ice Boulders, and so on and so on. And also, I was looking everywhere to see where we had the description of the tank role and the DPS and the healer role and the controller role, and turns out, here it is. Sorry about that. So basically in tank role, the distinction, if you switch from DPS to tank, is that you get 65% defense while not blocking. Sorry about that. So you get 65% extra defense while not blocking, you get +3 perception, and your superpowers gain a taunt. Basically, by taunt, what happens is that whenever you activate one of your superpowers, all the enemies, or a whole bunch of enemies around you, will pretty much start focusing on you and will jump on your character. And if we look at a bit further down, oh, sorry, you see that in players versus players, you gain 20% extra health and +3 perception. The perception thing is quite simply, it allows you to detect hidden enemies. Like there's the stealth ability that allows you to become invisible. There's also other abilities like invisibility and other I failed to mention. Basically, with +3 perception, you have extra chances of being able to detect those enemies. Again, I have no idea how much +3 perception is compared to someone who has 0 perception. There's no real value to it. So basically, as you see, pretty much as you go up in level, you gain various powers and abilities, and by the time you reach level 30, you will have access to all the ice tank powers abilities, or all the ice powers abilities, I should say. So as you can see, I've already customized my character a bit. I give her the nice Superman emblem from the BVS swag bag, and also I have a trinket with which one is it? I'm not sure if it's the Tombot or the other one. Okay, so I have the Tombot trinket, which they gave us like a few years ago. I will not use the Tombot trinket, at least for a while. Basically, I want to try and experience the game as if it was a brand new player playing. So basically the start pretty much starts in the same place as always. If there's any differences from before, I'll try to point it out. So as always, we're going to have to fight. Oh, okay. So they made that a bit bigger. So basically, whenever you see the red skull thingy, it means that the enemy will do. And if you want to block, you have to press R1. And as you can see, the skull thingy tells you that the evil Braniac robot will do a big attack. Sorry about that. That was not too bad. So we reached level 2, obviously. And we earned a skill point. So let's go spend our skill point. So yeah, so as you see, we can't assign any skill points yet. I'm not sure if they mention... I assume it's going to be at level 10 that we're going to be able to put the skill points elsewhere. That's what it used to be, but there doesn't seem to be any indication. Oh well. Now let's try and see. Okay, so we can't put anything in flight yet. We cannot get any iconic powers yet, and we cannot really have any stat points yet. So no choice but to. I guess they're limiting our options so that new players don't get overwhelmed with too many options, which is sad. If one of the things you liked was that you had options as you went into the game, sadly they seem to have removed that. So let's go with the double fist attack. It will allow us to unlock other abilities as opposed to just using ground pound. So we tap and we hold. Whang. And we got a new pair of gloves. And when you start with your character, basically I didn't do it because I had done it before. You can do lock all to lock all the styles in your character. Now, if you don't do that, whenever you're going to change a piece of gear, I'll show it to you right away. So if you look at the gloves of my character, if I equip this new pieces of gear, it changes the look automatically. So if you don't want that to happen, you go into your styles, you go to lock all, press on that, and then it will no longer change the style of your character whenever you equip something new. So here we still get a nice chest piece.
The entire ship is connected to Braniac. You have to keep moving.
Oh, they changed it. We used to. Oh no, we still need to go there. For half a second, I thought we could go here. Oh, I'm so sad.
Get ready. The ship is sending more security your way.
And you may notice that in the past, when you were in DPS role, when you would cast a superpower, it would put a little green starburst underneath your name, which meant that you had some extra attack or extra damage. I believe it was extra damage. That doesn't seem to be true anymore. Well, let's go back and. So basically, what we have when we get started with the ice power is the snowball ability. So we have a sizable chunk of ice. Heave a sizable chunk of ice at your enemies, damaging the target and nearby enemies. And frostbitten enemies take additional damage. Well, let's put it here. Usually I put it there by default for reasons. It's just a personal thing.
There's a high security nexus up ahead. Get through and use the transport tube.
So let's equip our new boots. And as you can see, somehow whenever we gain new colas, they stack automatically on top of the cola we already have equipped, which is nice.
Ship is sending more security your way.
We could break a whole bunch of barrels to try to destroy barrels for the defeat where we need to destroy X amount of barrels. We won't do that. Not today.
Braniac has a full invasion force stored on this ship. We have to destroy it.
That is strange. Usually there was some sort of thingy that would stun your character. I guess not today. So here they're trying to show you how to block and all that good stuff. But last I checked, you could pretty much bypass this. I guess you could call it a tutorial. But if you do use the abilities as suggested, it does go a bit faster to defeat the evil robots. And here we got a brand new ability because we reached level 3. So let's take a quick look. I will go through my loadout to look at the abilities because basically here we have a nice view. Here it's not so bad because we only have two abilities. So if we were to go here, basically we have our two abilities right here. But once we get a whole bunch of abilities, I much prefer to use this screen to look through my abilities. So let's use it like that. So impale nearby enemies with Ice Spike from the ground, damaging and knocking them down. I will leave it where it is. Let's see what it does. Again, here we could destroy a whole bunch of healing barrels to get ahead with the 1000 healing barrel feat. Let's destroy a few, but let's not go too crazy. So as you can see, we got the break 5 barrels feat already. We could keep on breaking the other barrels, but no point.
Destroy it. The ship's extra weapons will go down. Then the League can get in and get you out of there.
And there's another healing barrels over there. We don't really need it. That was easy.
Yes, the gun is falling. It's smashing into Braniac's bottle below.
I don't expect the early missions to be very difficult, but we'll see. Let's equip our cape. Oh, and we have a belt also.
Superman,
And let's grab ourselves a little barrel.
Foolish human, you have doomed yourself. You will go down with this ship.
So here comes our friend Superman to help us out. As a rule of thumb, I stayed in the middle of the room and I... Oh, that was strange. I stay in the middle of the room and I pretty much spam ranged attack. Oh, somehow they're all attacking Superman.
almost there. Keep fighting. The network doesn't want to let me in.
I love the cinematics, but let's skip this one.
Yes, it's done. Superman will finish here. Use the teleporters to escape. Go!
So we went up to level 4. Let's see, I assume we gained maybe a skill point. Oh yeah. Again, we can't assign skill points anywhere else. I assume the first skill point we should be able to assign here will probably be flight at level 9. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So let's see. Let's go with this one. So this one is 2 tap and 1 hold. Tap, tap, oh, tap, tap, and hold.
Now that you're off the ship, I'm Oracle. You've just teleported into the MPD's 3rd precinct station.
So once you reach this part, there's a few vendors over here. That's usually where you can get your first pieces of gear. Usually when you get started, if you don't have... Oh, I guess not just yet. Where's the... there we go. So you can see there's things like we don't have any pants, we don't have a mask yet. So usually I'll start by selling whatever I have. Oh, I didn't realize we could sell Arcane Time Capsule. So I'll buy what I need and then I'll repair, just in case. I don't want to run short. I should be able to buy... I guess that was it.
This is Superman. I saw how you dealt with the I'm asking you to help us with the situation here in Metropolis. If Braniac attacks, you will the help you can get. Gorilla Grodd's army is attacking
And usually there's a mask that's waiting for us at the mailroom.
Metropolis.
Previously also we could have, there's the modern Batman that you get if you're a legendary player, and there's a few other things. I guess they decided to, I assume we'll get the modern Batman at level 5 At the same time that we'll get our Robin character. We'll see. Well, I could have sworn we had to talk to one of those guys previously to be able to continue. I guess not. It's been a while since I did those missions, and also there's the missions if your mentor is Batman or if your mentor is Wonder Woman, or even for the villains. So there's I could be mistaken and remembering some other missions. It happens. There's quite a few people today. Oh, our friend got defeated. That's so sad. That was easy. So let's complete our mission, Gorillas by the Sea. And we went to level 5. Oh, so let's equip our new gloves. When we've unlocked a new title, I don't usually use those, but let's just take a quick look. Ah, and that's sweet. No, sorry, just had a little fun just defeating some evil monkeys. Usually there's a quest giver. We could probably start doing our quest already. Usually there's a quest giver right here. Oh, he's not there anymore. I'm so sad. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they got rid of some of the quest givers. And now you only need your journal to get your quest. Could be. Oh yeah, and I forgot to check. We gained a new power. Let's take a quick look and see what our new power does. Ice Boulder Strike. Strike your enemies with an enormous hailstone from above. Well, let's give it a try. Ah. Frost Slam seems to be pretty powerful. As you saw, we pretty much killed those poor gorillas in just one shot, as opposed to Ice Boulder. Although Ice Boulder didn't seem to do a good job too. May have to do with the power cost. I guess maybe the power cost influences on how much damage you do. Hard to tell. Let's try. Ah, it didn't do anything. And they don't respawn as quickly as I remember. And our friend pulled a small army of apes. Or gorillas, I should say. It happens. So that was the last unit we needed. So basically we had to defeat the gorilla lieutenants and destroy the devolution units. Oh, forgot to complete. So as you can see, we go up in level fairly quickly. And we've earned a new skill point. Let's go with this one. So 3 tap, 1 hold. Let's try it out. 1, 2, oh. 1, 2, 3. I kind of like that one. So I guess we're done here. So they seem to have removed the mission that the quest giver was giving us. Which is sad, but it happens. So here in the past there used to be a quest giver. Also, although I can sort of understand why they may have removed it. In PvP, one thing that used to happen is that people would put like traps all around the quest giver, and level 4 players who would try to do the mission wouldn't be able to. Didn't really matter if you were in PvE. And even in PvP you could... The problem is that in PvP, if someone was pretty much making sure you couldn't talk to the quest giver, you were pretty much stuck. But they pretty much removed players starting in PvP anyways. So I'm not sure why they actually really removed the quest giver. And ultimately, even if someone was preventing you from progressing in PvP, you could always switch to the PvE server and still progress. Oh well. So enough rambling, let's see which gorillas we need to... So they seem to have either simplified some of the missions or combined some of the missions together. I guess ideally at some point I should test out creating a character mentored by Batman and see the new changes, and basically creating a new character with each mentor. I'll try to do that in the long run, I suppose. Eons ago I used to create and delete a lot of characters. So basically I would create a new character, test it out until up to level 10 maybe, and then I would delete it, create a new character, test it out until level 10. Sometimes I would test it out until level 30, and then I would delete it. So we'll see what I end up doing to try out those new changes. So as you can see, we don't have our supersonic flying ability just yet, so we're flying pretty slowly. And eons ago, when we were playing on the PvP server, it was almost like an extra challenge because since you didn't have your supersonic ability, you couldn't fly away as quickly as you should have, or as you wanted maybe. So if someone, if a higher level player with super speed decided to attack you, there's not much you could do. Or actually, it would take a lot of skills to be able to escape from that player. It was difficult, but it was possible. Basically, sometimes you had to crisscross through building and zigzag quite a lot. I remember at some point I was playing with I'm not sure if it was my Doctor Doom character or my Mad Jack character. Whereas there was this high level player who decided to go to chase my poor, I think I was level 4 at the time, or maybe level 6. It's been a while. So he started going after my poor character that couldn't fly away. But basically, zigzagging and crisscrossing between buildings, I was able to fly away. The trick essentially was to stay close to the buildings and cut corner as close to the buildings as you could, so that the enemy player couldn't target you. But it would take quite a while to be able to escape. It took me like 20 minutes of zigzagging between buildings and cutting corner to be able to escape that player. I think... Sometimes you can hear something barely and you're not sure where it comes from. And they kept this oh, I thought there we go. So this is the side mission we just got. So let's keep on going. And if you're wondering why I used Super Spring as my name, trying to come up with something that was Supergirl like, not really an option. There's a few ways I could have cheated, but those cheat are already being used, and I didn't want to spend 10 hours looking for a name. So there's this really nice lady who does relaxation videos. She goes by the name Springbok, but often in her videos she refers to herself as simply Spring. So I thought, yeah, Super Spring, that kind of works. Nope, I think just realized I may have completed my mission. And also have a new power that I want to put elsewhere in my loadout. So this one is Reflection. It's a shield-like ability that your character has. By default, I put the shield here. So I have a lot of characters, so I have a set pattern in how I set up my powers so that I can pretty much use the muscle memory from one character and it still works with other characters. And let's go complete the communication breakdown. There we go. Oh, and we got... Could it be our first mark of victory? Oh yeah. And that's probably a new weapon for our character. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah. So let's replace our weapon. And let's continue. So we'll stop here for now. So next time we will enter this building and we will fight the evil Grodd with our friend the Flash. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So we'll try to level up this character at least until level 30. So I'll do probably a bit of it every day until we reach that point. We'll see how long it takes for a character to reach level 30 under the new system. And that's pretty much it, I think. So that's it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.